This is called a worm composting bin. This is actually what you're going to use as a home for your bag of worms.
Just drop in my worms and we're set.
A little more complicated than that. The tray that has the slots in the bottom.
Right.
This is called the working tray. The cardboard, it goes in the bottom. The coconut core brick, which oddly enough looks like a brick, is a material that's left after they harvest coconuts. It's actually a sustainable, renewable product. Once it's hydrated with water, the worms actually love living in it. Soak it in water for about an hour. This swells up like a sponge. You put it in, then you add your worms.
You can put the worms in now?
You could put the worms in now if you wanted to, and your bin is started.
Simple.
Oh, it is. It's so simple anyone can do it. If you want to take a look over here, we actually have a bin that's set up and working. This is typical of the kind of material you're going to be feeding your worms. It's usually the stuff that you don't want to eat. These are things like the peelings and whatnot off of stuff, the tops of carrots. You bury it down into the compost, and then you cover it. And the reason we do that is twofold. One, it helps cut down on fruit flies and things like that being attracted to your bin. The other is that it helps the decomposition process happen much quicker.
Wow, this seems unbelievably easy.
It is. The big thing people have to overcome is their initial squeamishness about touching and handling worms. But worms are actually very gentle creatures. Well, the nice thing with the worms as well is they only reproduce as much as they're being fed. So you don't have to worry about getting more worms in your bin than you can handle. Worms are both male and female reproductively. So they're not actually he and she, more really it's.
Wow. Did everybody get that at home?
Now the way you actually harvest it, what you do is you start feeding one end of the bin. They'll migrate down to the end where the food is. That allows you to harvest the other end. And the compost is ready to be used for anything. You can use this as a great potting soil for houseplants. You can put this in the bottom of a hole when you transplant plants. Your plants love it. Dig a hole, take your worm compost, put it in the bottom of the hole. At that point, you can take and put a seed in it, or actually put the plant that you're transplanting on top of it, and then cover it with the dirt you just excavated.